Number 15. Matrix Glitch. A mind-bending glitch in the Matrix has been captured on camera in Los Angeles, California. Instagrammer Bien Forever shares this footage of a woman frozen stiff in a parking lot.
No, literally.
Wait.
What the
Wait, she's not moving at all.
That's what I'm saying. What is going on here?
The woman looks like she was returning to her vehicle with her shopping bags when she just froze in time. Others in the parking lot start to notice and show concern.
You see this? What is going on? Look, even
That's
looking.
crazy.
No, she's looking. Look.
What?
But then she abruptly unfreezes and goes about life like everything is normal. Instagrammer CaliGirl1961 writes, "She seemed dazed when she finally did move. It's a glitch in the Matrix. I'm seeing this a lot these days." These glitches are often perceived as brief lapses in the smooth operation of reality, movements where the underlying code of existence seems to show its cracks. The human pause is one of the creepiest types of glitch, and there have been numerous anecdotal reports of such incidents. In many cases, the subject's eyes might remain open, their expression frozen, and they appear completely unaware of their surroundings. This pause can last for seconds or even minutes, and then, just as abruptly, they resume their activities as if nothing happened. Witnesses often describe a sense of surrealism, as if they are watching a video in which only some of the screen has suddenly paused. The frozen individual does not respond to external stimuli, remaining perfectly still until the glitch resolves. These occurrences are deeply unsettling to observers. Others in the comments say it's a neurological disorder or a brief neurological episode, similar to absence seizures, where the brain momentarily shuts down conscious activity. And still others think it's a real-life NPC. What's an NPC? In the realm of video games, NPCs are characters that are programmed by game developers to perform specific but limited roles and functions within the game's world. Beyond gaming, the concept of an NPC has been adopted in internet culture to describe individuals who appear to behave in a highly predictable or unoriginal manner, as if they're following a script. Just as in games, so-called real-life NPCs are perceived to act in ways that lack spontaneity. There's also a general sense of detachment or lack of awareness about their surroundings. Of all these theories, what do you think is really going on here? One thing's for sure, it feels completely off. Look so fancy I can tell writes, "Did anyone get her license plate perhaps? X-Files kind of stuff." Number 14. Ghost in the Window. Prior to putting her house on the market, YouTuber Natalie Bonovich was taking some video when she captured something disturbing. She only noticed the capture later as she was reviewing the footage. Did you see it? Keep your eye in the front left window. A strange figure manifests there, and it has commenters split. YouTuber Raymond Rodriguez 8859 writes, "It just looks like reflections of light to me." While Whimsy Wendy responds, "Finally, I actually see something in a video uploaded to YouTube. I see something white like a face appear at the window, then it disappears." Although many agree that it's unnerving, most believe it's probably just the reflection. Some note that it shrinks as soon as she moves left, due to the shifting light. This is probably a case of light and shadow, but you gotta admit, it does make for a creepy effect. Number 13. Sealed Well. In 2018, Redditor Federal Entertainer 21 purchased an 1850s house in North Wales, UK. A few years later, while landscaping the garden, they discovered a sealed freshwater well. The well had been covered with concrete and brick paving. Believing it to have been sealed for over 70 years, they cracked it open. Listen to the horror they found within. It sounds like sirens are screaming from beyond the grave. While many in the comments agree this is terrifying, some think it's natural. Redditor Geister Befriedung writes, "Creepy sound, but most certainly nothing paranormal. It's just a random noise that could have been caused by airflow or things rubbing against each other. A well is a huge resonating pipe after all." The OP agrees with this, suggesting it's just gases escaping. Although some in the comments do think the sound is from the screams of spirits who died down in that well. Most think a negative pressure differential is probably the source. It's still super unnerving though. We'll give Redditor Mick Mongan the last word. They write, "Well, you're gonna die in 7 days. Spend them wisely." Number 12. Lucifer. A group of friends had an eerie encounter at one of their houses and captured what they believe is a ghost. Redditor Active Alfalfa 9528 and their friend were using a popular paid app for communicating with spirits, often featured by YouTubers. While using it, they received unsettling messages like, "He likes to hurt people," "Lucifer," and "I'm going to touch you." As the messages grew more sinister, they began feeling touches and scratches, while the dog started to bark and growl at seemingly nothing. At this point, you can hear a voice in the background, though the OP says they were home alone. It sounds like a scream, but perhaps it's coming from outside. Harder to explain is this dog's behavior. The OP says they have pictures of scratch marks and a photo of a closet with a clear face and fingers visible. They share this evidence in another post. These scratches look aggressive. One friend was the primary target of the ordeal. Her hair was yanked, her back was scratched, and she nearly blacked out from an intense headache while in the haunted room. The cause of all this may be the unseen force that was attacking them. Do you see a face? Many in the comments do, but others suggest it's nothing at all. Redditor Myelofibrosis Me writes, "Personally, I don't see much here, except some pareidolia. The photo isn't clear enough to determine either way, but because it's blurry and seems blotchy, that's why I'm coming to the conclusion I have. Although it may simply be that, pareidolia, that doesn't explain the dog's strange reaction or the noise heard in the video. The friend sought advice from others who recommended they use sage for cleansing. The spirit repeatedly conveyed messages like "the man hurts people," and even mentioned a thumbscrew, an old European device. In a bizarre twist, according to the OP, both of the friend's thumbs locked in place after the thumbscrew was mentioned. Is this a soul? Or is it the... Number 11. Theater Ghost. This spirit deserves a standing ovation. TikToker La 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 Lacey shares footage from a 2007 production of Beauty and the Beast. In the footage, a mysterious cameo is made by a theater ghost named Shannon. Watch closely. This is a video of a video. The shouts you heard in the other clip weren't during the actual performance. They were from viewers watching the video. The OP said no one noticed the figure during the actual performance. Some are saying it's the real Phantom of the Opera. Others think it's just an effect for the Beast's transformation. But another clip shows the footage again, without the pause in the video or the crowd's reaction. The OP explains what's going on. The figure is floating 8 feet in the air. According to the OP, she appeared for a bit and then seemed to exit stage right. While many are in awe of this phantom, Stitch and Magpie thinks it's nothing at all. They write, "It is the fog machine output in the strobe light, and your mind trying to make sense of the shapes. Look up matrixing." Like the concept of pareidolia, matrixing is a common explanation for why people might see ghostly faces or figures in photos or videos where there are none. For instance, when a strobe light is used in a dark environment, the brief and rapid flashes can create unusual patterns of light and shadow. These patterns can trick the brain into seeing shapes that resemble human figures or faces. Video taken with a flash in a dark room might show light and shadow patterns that look like a face or figure, but upon closer inspection, it turns out to be an arrangement of objects and lighting. While that is often a good theory, in this case, it seems like a stretch. This looks like a legit figure hanging in the theater's rafters. The OP also shares some screenshots of Shannon, which just solidified TikTokers' insistence that this is the real deal. Most in the comments are calling for story time. They need the ghost lore. And so do we. Number 10. How did you find me? This is probably one of the creepiest disembodied voice captures you'll ever hear. TikToker Noni1993 shares footage of a childish voice whispering this. The voice is crystal clear, and the kid's reaction is undoubtedly genuine. He screams bloody murder and sprints upstairs. In a second clip, the OP says they spoke to their neighbor, and the neighbor claimed she's witnessed this spirit too. She says it's the spirit of her friend who died at 70 in this house from a heart attack. But her son discovered that wasn't the only death here.
He had came and he's like, "Mommy, I went to school today and I searched up the house and a girl died in the house also." And I'm like, when I move, I don't look up the house history. I look up.
In a twist of fate, one of her clients used to own the house as well. And through the client's niece, the OP learned that strange things used to happen when they lived there too.
My client niece just starts freaking out. She's like, "No, not this again. When we used to live there, my son used to be bad. He used to do a bunch of crazy things at home, at school. Like, he was just out of control."
As it turns out, these things only started happening after they moved a dollhouse in the home. So now, she's thinking there's an attachment acting out.
Bro, I really think that spirit came off that dollhouse. I think when we moved that dollhouse upstairs and sat in the kitchen for a little bit and took it out and put it on the porch, that the spirit was on that dollhouse because the kids did not want to touch that dollhouse. Like, it was something.
Her client agrees with her and believes the dollhouse being moved may be what has caused the spirit to interact.
And then my client said the same thing. She's like, yeah, I think you guys are right. Like, maybe something happened with the kid in the dollhouse and she played with it all the time. She passed away in the house and you guys probably like freed her spirit.
Some in the comments think it's an evil entity. Others suggest the girl died in or behind the dollhouse, and her last words were, "How did you find me?" Whatever's going on here, there's got to be a dark story behind it. And hopefully, this TikToker will get to the bottom of this mystery. Number 9. Open Door. Grand Theft Auto is not just for the living. TikToker Orchid Studio TX shares this footage captured at 1 a.m. of their husband's car, and an unexpected culprit is inside. Did a ghost just open the driver's side door? Take another look. The car remained open the rest of the night. The only potential non-paranormal explanation to this would be if this vehicle has an automatic door opening feature. But if this isn't paranormal, that would mean either the feature was triggered by someone accidentally or on purpose, or the door opening mechanism is faulty. Either way is dangerous, and ultimately it probably led to this car's interior being soaked as a storm broke out just a few minutes later, according to the OP. What do you think? Is there a ghost inside this vehicle playing tricks, or are we not getting the full story? Number 8. Ghostly audio interference. Sometimes it's not what you see, but what you hear. The cameras at Redditor Legno5286's workplace have captured some alarming audio. Listen closely. Is this audio interference? That's what Reddit thinks. Nism suggests it's a kid and their dad over a baby monitor interfering with the camera. But the OP says the nearest house is over 100 feet away. Others respond that some baby monitors can stretch that far, or that it could be walkie-talkie interference. But at least one Redditor thinks it's a spirit. iSerioustrAder writes, "Ran into a similar sounding spirit a couple of weeks back while on an early morning hunt with my crew. She was a loud one, and our sensors were going through the roof, but we didn't manage to catch her." While this probably is just earthly audio interference, perhaps it's tapping into the frequency of another dimension. Number 7. Bar Ghost. A glass is flung from a shelf. Would your first reaction be ghost, or is there a scientific explanation? Redditor T Always Helps shares this footage, saying it's happened again. Some in the comments think that because it fell right after she passed, the woman's footsteps might have sent it over the edge. Redditor Mostly Harmless 88 writes, It looks like a wine glass, long stem, which could easily have fallen from the vibration of her walking past. Is this just a matter of a wet surface, the vibration of her step, and the precarious way the glass was perched on the edge of the shelf? While most in the comments agree that this is the likeliest cause, there are some paranormal theories. Marmalade Sardine argues that this can't be explained by vibrations alone, as none of the other glasses moved at all. They also shared that they used to work as a barmaid in various towns across the UK, noting that pubs seemed more prone to paranormal activity. One village pub that they worked at had an entity that liked to pinch the barmaids, while the city center pub was home to the resident ghost of a landlord who died falling down the cellar steps, causing staff to avoid the cellar. Marmalade Sardine speculates that since pubs and theaters were the main forms of entertainment for centuries, it's understandable why many patrons appear never to have left. So, what do you think? Are you with Marmalade Sardine on this one? Or is this a nothing burger? Number 6. Time-lapse shadow figure. While capturing a time-lapse of a 3D print overnight, Redditor Dr. What spotted something creepy in their living room. Take a look. Do you see what they're seeing? Some in the comments do. Many are saying it looks like a figure hunched over, or a shadow figure. Others think it's just a person walking by. The OP says everyone was asleep at the time, and their pets are small and in their cages. Some think it's not an animal, but a gnome. In that case, the OP needn't be scared. These small earthy beings are guardians of the Earth's treasures and are often portrayed as wise and benevolent, though reclusive, preferring the solitude of their underground homes. They have a distinctive appearance and demeanor. Standing about a foot or two tall, gnomes are characterized by their hunched-over backs, a feature that speaks to their ancient connection with the Earth. This posture was developed from centuries of living in and tending to subterranean environments and gives them a unique silhouette among mythical beings. This thing certainly looks hunched. While some are sold on the gnome theory, others think that the so-called figure is in step with the 3D printer, so it's probably just light shifting. It could even be the light from the TV. Redditor AP Cicada suggests it's pixelation due to changes in the light reflection because of the machine and TV simultaneously. ETA, the black shape moves identically to the 3D printed object as it brightens. After hearing both theories, what do you think it is? If it's a gnome, at least it's unlikely to be of any harm. Number 5. Tattoo Ghost. This tattoo parlor is haunted. Redditor Tax Impressive 6485 shares footage of a ghost disrupting a tattoo session.
What's up? What happened? The table just moved.
While that table is on wheels and could possibly have just been nudged unexpectedly, this next bit suggests otherwise.
Well, to me, the table just moved. What do you mean?
Some in the comments are doubting the legitimacy of this video due to the cut in the middle. But maybe the downtime was just cut out of the clip for efficiency. Others note that the customer looks toward the chair before it even moves.
What do you mean?
But others are saying she looks forward again, rather than towards the chair. Redditor 247GT refutes naysayers in the comments, writing, "Oftentimes you can see something from the corner of your eye that catches your attention, but when you look directly at it, there's nothing visible. Pretty normal situation." Horitsaku shares their own experience as a tattoo artist, writing, "Shop ghosts are a total cliche within the industry. Almost every shop I've worked or guest spotted at had weird stories. We used to have a hat-wearing ghost who'd pace the hall between my room and the piercing room every night." This Redditor is right that tattoo shops do have a proclivity for hauntings. Some believe that's because people often experience strong emotions there: the pain of the needle, the excitement of getting a new tattoo, or the memorialization of a loved one. All of these intense feelings culminate in energy conducive to paranormal activity. Another reason that spirits tend to gravitate towards tattoo shops is that they're often located in older buildings with rich histories. These buildings may have housed various businesses or even residences before becoming tattoo parlors, accumulating layers of energy over the years. The spirits of past occupants linger. One such example is Convent Tattoo and Body Piercing in New Jersey. A paranormal crew investigated there, and while in the basement, heard voices from nowhere. So, while some are quick to dismiss this video as staged, tattoo parlors often do draw these energies. It wouldn't come as a surprise that this is yet another of those cases. Number 4. La Llorona. La Llorona strikes again in this chilling footage. This video was submitted to YouTuber Panic World Chief Bala by their subscriber Martin N. It was captured in the state of Puebla in Mexico. At first, the cry sounds like it could be a wolf or some other animal. But with other dogs barking in the background, that seems less like the case. Many believers in the comments say this is real and share their own stories of encounters with La Llorona. YouTuber Hector Garduno 8761 shares that when he was a child, he would visit his grandmother's house in Leon, Guanajuato, where he once heard her. He recalled his grandmother urging everyone to lie down on the floor in the living room. As the candlelight flickered, she led them in prayer. So many in the comments say they have heard the same sorrowful lament of La Llorona, and they agree that this is authentic. The so-called Weeping Woman is a thing of legend in Latin America. Though her tale varies across regions, the core story is that La Llorona was once a beautiful woman named Maria who lived in a small village and fell deeply in love with a wealthy man with whom she had 2 children. However, their marriage eventually deteriorated due to her husband's infidelity. In a fit of rage, Maria drowned her children in a river, a decision she immediately regretted. Overcome with guilt and grief, she wandered along the riverbank, wailing and searching for her lost children until she eventually succumbed to her sorrow and died. As a result, her spirit is condemned to wander the earth, eternally searching for her children. La Llorona is often described as a ghostly figure dressed in a white gown with long flowing black hair. Her mournful cries can be heard near bodies of water, and her presence is considered an omen of death or misfortune. What sort of death or misfortune awaits this poor soul? Only La Llorona can say. Number 3. Haunted Kitchen. A ghost is cooking up chaos in this kitchen. Shared by YouTuber Sella News Channel, the poltergeist activity in this restaurant kitchen is off the charts. Although things calm for a moment, they only heat up from there. The uploader doesn't include any history or context with this clip, so it's unclear if this place has a reputation for paranormal activity, or if this is the first time the spirits have acted up. If it is the first time, it looks like it won't be the last. This looks like kitchen in the making. Number 2. Janitor Ghost. This ghostly janitor just quit in a fit of rage. TikToker Lonnie Bond 7 shares footage of a broom being thrown to the ground by seemingly no one at all. Watch the broom again closely. The way it moves around and then falls over defies nature. The thing moves from right to left and then falls forward on its face. How can you explain this? No one has shared any theories in the comments, so it seems we are all equally stumped. Number 1. Please come back. You might have to jack up the volume or wear headphones for this one. TikToker Katiana Ortiz shares footage at a bridge notorious for being the site where some choose to take their own lives. And while they're at 3 a.m., they hear something. Did you hear it too? The OP is hearing a whisper saying, "Please come back." But many in the comments are hearing, "Please go back." TikToker Definitely Not a Spy writes, "It sounds like there's 30 people whispering to you at once." This is Pasadena Bridge in California. Since the Great Depression, it's been the site of numerous deaths. The economic hardship of the era led many to the bridge as a final resort. According to some estimates, over 150 individuals have taken their lives from the bridge since it was built. In 1937, a barrier was installed, but it proved ineffective. Over the years, the city has installed signs with crisis hotline numbers and conducted regular patrols. In 1993, a significant renovation project included the addition of a prevention barrier designed to deter individuals from jumping. Despite these efforts, the bridge continues to attract those in distress. The bridge's haunted history underscores the enduring struggle many face with mental health issues and the community's ongoing efforts to provide support and prevent further loss. Are these eerie whispers those from beyond, urging people not to jump? That may be, but they are definitely words exposing our darkest fears.